While most people are scrolling through TikTok complaining about inflation, I've built a six-figure portfolio yielding 25% in just 3 years. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to start with just 1,000 euros and get your first passive income payment next month. Here's a fact that will blow your mind. 78% of Europeans have less than 3 months of savings, but the other 22, they are quietly building wealth while everyone else makes excuses. I'm Alex, your psycho investor. I was a financial advisor and I helped to allocate over 10 million euros in assets across Europe. I've seen the wealthy get wealthier and I've seen regular people transform their lives with the right strategy. Now I don't do one-on-one consultations. I share everything here on YouTube for free. And here's the problem. Let's say you've got 1,000 euros sitting in your bank account earning nothing while inflation eats it alive. You want to invest, but you're paralyzed by choice. ETFs, bonds, dividend stocks, crypto, everyone shouting different advice, and you don't know who to trust. So today I'm going to solve this. In the next 20 to 30 minutes, I'll give you a step-by-step roadmap to invest your first 1,000 euros and start collecting passive income within 30 days. This isn't theory. This is exact strategy I use and the same approach that's working for thousands of Europeans right now. So grab a coffee, open your laptop, and let's turn you into an investor by the end of this video. Welcome to Psycho Investor. Before we dive in, let me show you what we are building towards. This is my actual portfolio. You can see the positions, the yields, the monthly income. But 3 years ago, I started my public portfolio with even less than 1,000 euros. Today's roadmap is simple but powerful. First, we'll open your brokerage account. Then we'll deploy that 1,000 euros into the most reliable passive income generator in Europe. Third, I'll show you how to collect your first dividend payment next month. And finally, we'll map out your journey to scale this into serious wealth. Now, some of you might be thinking, is this another get-rich-quick scheme? Hell no. This is about building real wealth through proven strategies that wealthy have used for decades. I'm not selling you courses. I'm not promoting shady investments. I'm giving you the blueprint for free. Whether you're a complete beginner who's never bought a stock, a busy professional who wants simple solution, or someone tech-savvy looking for the most efficient approach, this strategy works for everyone. So let's get started. Step 1. We need to get you set up with a brokerage account. Now, I've tested dozens of platforms across Europe, and for beginners, there is one clear winner. I use Freedom24 and Interactive Brokers. Here's why. Low fees, we're talking about 0.1% on ETF purchases, EU regulated and protected, access to global markets, and no minimum deposit requirements. Freedom24 is more user-friendly, so let me walk you through the sign-up process. Go to the website, I'll put the links in the description with bonuses. Choose individual account, fill in your personal details, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes, upload your ID, proof of address, complete the investment knowledge questionnaire, and be honest there. For the risk assessment, here's what I recommend. Select growth as your investment objective and moderate risk tolerance. This gives you access to most ETFs without restrictions. Account verification usually takes minutes, but sometimes may last up to 1 to 3 business days. Don't worry if it's not instant. Use this time to watch my other videos on portfolio construction. Once approved, you can fund your account via bank transfer. It's usually free. Debit card, it takes 2% fee, but it's instant. SEPA transfers free and fast within European Union. Alright, account opened, money deposited, now comes the exciting part. Let's turn that 1,000 euros into a passive income machine. Now, here's where most people screw up. They overthink it. They try to pick individual stocks, time the market, or chase the latest meme coin. That's not investing, that's gambling. Actually, let me show you something even better. Since you want passive income, next month we are going with the JP Morgan's Global Equity Premium Income Active UCITS ETF, ticker JGPI. Now, I personally prefer more aggressive strategies like JPQ for my own portfolio, but listen, you need to start somewhere safe but profitable. This ETF is yielding 8.17% annually, which means roughly 5.4 euros per month on your 800 euro investment. What makes this beautiful is the monthly dividend payments. Your first payment lands in just 30-40 days. JP Morgan's professional team actively manages these funds, investing in undervalued companies worldwide while using income overlay strategies to boost your returns. Since launching in November 2023, it's delivered over 12% total returns with just a 0.35% expense ratio. Let's talk about risk, because I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This ETF can fluctuate in value. It's actually down 2.03% year to date, but still up 2.41% over the full year. Since it's actively managed, your returns depend on JP Morgan strategy execution, and they use derivative overlays which add complexity but also enhance income. You're getting global exposure, which means currency fluctuations will affect your returns also. But look at what this thing has delivered. Since inception in November 2023, it generates 12.08% total returns. That's capital growth plus that fat 8.17% dividend yield. In 2024 alone, despite all the market chaos, it returned nearly 15%. This isn't some risky speculation. It's a professionally managed strategy that's actually working. With your 1000 euros, here's exactly what we are going to do. Put 800 euros into JGPI for immediate monthly dividend income and keep 200 euros as cash for dollar cost averaging next month. Why not invest everything at once? Because market timing is impossible, and dollar cost averaging reduces your risk while often improving your returns. Now, let me show you exactly how to buy this ETF. First of all, search for JGPI on your broker's platform. Enter number of shares, so total sum is around 800 euros. Select market order for immediate execution. Then click buy and then review and confirm the order. The trade executes within seconds during market hours, which are 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Central European Time. Boom! And now you own shares of a professionally managed global equity portfolio with income enhancement strategies. Your first dividend payment arrives in approximately 25 to 40 days, automatically deposited into your brokerage account. That's about 5.4 euros for your 800 euro investment. And it happens every single month like clockwork. Now, 5.4 euros might not sound like a life-changing money, but here's where it gets interesting. That 5.4 euro monthly payment is just the beginning. Let me show you how the small start becomes serious wealth. If you add just 200 euros per month to this strategy, that's 50 euros per week, less than most people spend on coffee and lunch. Here's what happens with JGPI's 8.17% yield. After 1 year, you've invested 3,400 euros and you are earning 23 euros a month. By year 3, that's 10,800 euros invested, generating 73 euros monthly. Hit year 5, 19,200 euros invested, and you are pulling 131 euros every month. Fast forward to year 10, you've put 43,060 euros total, but now you're earning 297 euros monthly in pure passive income. But wait, this assumes you only collect dividends. What if you reinvest them? This is where the magic of compound interest kicks in. Every dividend payment buys more shares, which generate more dividends, which buy more shares. It's like a snowball rolling down the mountain, getting bigger and fast. With dividend reinvestment, that same 200 euros monthly investment becomes something beautiful. After 10 years, you're looking at a 58,000 euro portfolio value generating almost 400 euros in monthly passive income. That's 4,740 euros per year flowing into your account while you sleep. Now, for those of you ready to level up, there are a couple of advanced strategies. First, tax optimization. If you are in a high tax bracket, consider holding this ETF in a tax-advantaged account. Research your country's investment tax benefits because the government shouldn't get more of your dividends than necessary. Also, you can add sector rotation. Once you hit 10,000 euros in your portfolio, you can start adding 10% real estate investment trusts for inflation protection, 10% utility stocks for defensive income, and 5% crypto assets or leveraged ETFs for explosive growth. This creates what we call a barbell strategy, stable dividend income with serious growth potential. But let me be crystal clear about the risks. Never invest money you will need within 2 years. Start with index funds before individual stocks. Don't chase yield. companies paying 8% plus dividends are often in trouble, but JGP is different because it's professionally managed with derivative strategies. Market crashes happen, so be prepared to hold for 5 years minimum. Look, market crashes happen, that's a fact. In 2020, portfolios dropped 30% overnight. But here's what separates winners from losers. The winners kept buying while everyone else was selling in panic. Those monthly dividend payments kept flowing, and smart investors used them to buy more shares at discount prices. 6 months later, they weren't just recovered, they were ahead of where they started. The question is, are you going to be the one of those winners, or are you going to keep making excuses while inflation eats your savings alive? So, that's your scaling strategy. But what about the first dividend payment? Let me show you exactly when and how you'll receive it. This is the moment you've been waiting for, your first passive income payment. The JGPI ETF pays dividends monthly, which is huge for cash flow management. If you invest today, your payment schedule is beautifully predictable. Just make sure to buy before X dividend date. The next payment date hits at the beginning of the next month, with approximately 0.68% of your investment value paid out monthly. For your €800 investment, that's 5.4 euros arriving like clockwork every single month. No waiting 3 months for income. It flows consistently. Picture this. It's 30 days from now. You are having your morning coffee, checking your phone, and there is 5.4 euros deposited into your account while you slept. Money you didn't work for. Money that just appeared because you own assets that work for you. That rush you'll feel, that's the moment everything changes. That's when you realize you are not just spending money anymore. You are building a machine that pays you forever. With monthly payments, you get this feeling 12 times per year instead of 4. Every month, your phone buzzes with that deposit notification. Every month, you see proof that your money is working harder than most people do at their jobs. When you get that first payment, you are going to want to screenshot it. You are going to want to tell someone. So do it. This is your first step towards financial independence, and it deserves recognition. But here's what most people don't realize. That small payment is just the beginning of something massive. Imagine checking your account in 5 years and seeing 130 euros deposited monthly. Imagine 10 years from now when 400 euros flows in every month without you lifting a finger. That's not a fantasy, that's mathematics. That's compound interest working for you instead of against you. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the elephant in the room, risk management. Investing 1,000 euros might seem safe, but here's the rules that will protect you. Rule number 1, emergency fund first. Never invest money you might need for emergencies. Keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account before investing. Rule number 2, diversification timeline. From 0 to 1,000 euros, stick with one broad market ETF, what we just did. Rule number 3, emotional discipline. Markets will crash. Your 1,000 euros might become 700 euros temporarily. The winners hold through these periods. The losers panic sell at the bottom. Rule number 4, never stop learning. Your investing education doesn't stop here, but it starts with action. While other people are reading theory and attending seminars, you'll be earning real money from real investments. You'll learn by doing, by watching your account grow, by feeling the power of compound interest in your own life. So over the next month, you'll naturally want to learn more. You'll want to understand why some month pays more than others. You'll get curious about sectors allocation and tax strategies. That curiosity comes from success, not from sitting on the sidelines wondering what if. But here's the thing, none of this happens unless you take action. You can watch every investing video on YouTube, read every book ever written about dividends. But until you actually buy your first share, you are just a spectator watching other people building wealth. You can close this video and go back to scrolling social media while your 1,000 euros loses value to inflation. Or you can spend the next hour setting up your future. 1 hour of action that changes everything. Open your brokerage account on Monday. It takes 10 minutes. Fund it with your 1,000 euros on Tuesday. Buy 800 euros of JGPI on Wednesday and watch your first trade execute instantly. Add the 200 euro monthly investment to your calendar on Thursday and stick to it like your financial future depends on it. Because it does. So here's my challenge to you. Complete these steps, then come back and comment invested with your country. I want to see how many of you actually take action instead of just consuming content. If this video helped you, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I post every week and it's completely free. No courses to buy, no hidden agendas. Share this video with someone who needs to start investing. Tag them in the comments. Let's build a community of European investors who aren't afraid to take control of their financial future. I'm Alex, your psycho investor, and your journey to financial freedom starts the moment you stop watching and start doing. Now go and build that wealth. Stay psycho, stay profitable.